Prince and Miles Davis were both mutual admirers. Like Miles Davis, Prince is one of those artists over the course of his 40-some released studio albums who had a number of distinct musical periods. And with the help of my friend Henrique, who I'm giving a little bit of a shout out to here, I decided to look at Prince's career that way when rebooting my videos about my Prince CD collection. And in that spirit, I'm going to present Prince in the 70s. He got signed to Warner Brothers in 1977 at the age of 18, and he swiftly began recording his first album in LA, and it came out in 1978, and the name of the album is For You. Let me open it up here. There's a little explanation here about Prince's career and how it began, and all the different instruments he played. He played all the instruments on his first album. This album is released dedicated to All of This and More Is For You, with love, sincerity, and deepest care. My life with you I share. That is the lyrics to the title song, which is a cappella on this album. He really helped create the Minneapolis sound with that record by doubling up polyphonic synthesizers and guitar lines to create horn charts and string orchestrations, and that created a unique sound that was different from other bands using horns at that time. Other funk bands had done this, but not quite to the degree that Prince did. And in fact, this made for some wonderful funky grooves on this album. He had In Love, one of my favorites, Just As Long As We're Together, and Soft and Wet, which was a mild hit for him. He even played a very bebopish jazz-styled keyboard solo on Soft and Wet. Prince claimed that as a guitarist, his major influence was Carlos Santana. So on this album, he did a couple of songs. One of them was a very West Coast-style pop number called My Love Is Forever, where he played that high-pitched guitar sustain that Santana was so well known for. And My Love Is Forever. It sounds like Santana mixed with Journey, who of course are a Santana spin-off. It has that big epic arena sound. Neil Schon is definitely an influence on that. So as a guitarist, that album shows his funk side and his Santana influence on the rock end. The next album, Warner Brothers told him that he needed a hit. Prince described the album as pretty contrived to him because he said it was written for the radio, but it got a lot of people interested in his music, and he had a big hit on that album, his first big hit, with a song called I Want to Be Your Lover. That's actually one of Prince's best songs in a lot of ways, but my favorite song on the second album is a number called Sexy Dancer. Let me open that up for you. There's a picture of Prince riding on the unicorn in pre-Photoshop world. I wonder how they pull that one off. Anyway, so Sexy Dancer basically sets up the stripped down guitar and drum and bass funk sound that he would later develop with his pet project, The Time. He also did his original version of I Feel For You. Musically, this version sounds like something from his debut album, very much that synth brass, synth orchestration sound, but the Pointer Sisters did it first in 1982, but Chaka Khan had a major hit with it with more hip-hop elements a couple years after that. But this was an example of Prince writing hits unknowingly that weren't even going to be for him. And there's a couple ballads on there that I like, including It's Gonna Be Lonely, which has this filtered guitar, and it sounds like a Electric Light Orchestra production. I think that was really nice. Kind of a Jeff Lynne setup. And two interesting rockers. One of them is a very catchy number featuring his friend Andre Simone on bass, Why You Wanna Treat Me So Bad, and a really hard rocker, almost heavy metal, called Bambi, which is about Prince trying to convince a lesbian that he's fallen in love with that it's better with a man. So that encompasses Prince's first two albums. These were very impressive. Warners thought they had the new Stevie Wonder on their hands. Little did they know what was about to come. But that's another story. I'll see you next time.